Good evening. You join me on a very windy cliff top on the Kent coast overlooking the English Channel for this very special 2 Wild Camp video. So I am here with Luke from the Real Travelling Amigos and Paul from the Wandering Monk. Subscribe to both channels. So it's a Friday night. We've got a 3-day weekend and we're here down in Dover at, I believe it's called Hotham or even Houghton. I'm going to say Hotham or Howham. It could even be Howham. It's a gun battery from World War II anyway, that's on top of the cliffs between Dover and Folkestone, overlooking the English Channel. Of course, it was to defend the country during the Second World War. Basically, watch my North Downs Way part 10, I believe it is. And yeah, we spent about 2 hours here looking around everything, so check that out. Now, it's Paul's idea this, I can't take any credit for this idea. Basically, Paul then said, well, if we do Dover, he went, how about we book the ferry, we go over to Calais the next day, we find somewhere along the beach there, and then wild camp there, and we're overlooking La Manche, as they call it. So basically what we're trying to do is, as you've seen by the title, is wild camp on both sides of the English Channel in 24 hours. I thought, I don't know if anyone's actually done that before, so this could be a YouTube first. So we booked the ferries the other day. It was like 20 quid for each of us, like both ways as well. Absolutely dirt cheap. We've got all of our necessary documentation and stuff sorted out. Heading over to Calais. We've already scouted out a place on the beach there that looks like another World War II gun battery or observation post. There's some concrete structures there anyway, and we're hoping to camp there, looking back this way. So it's a bit cloudy at the moment. I think we can just about make out land. I mean, it's chilly, it's a bit windy, you know, it's early March, so what do you expect? But we may get a little bit of rain, we'll see. I've got my Rab Ridge Raider hooped bivvy. I'm unsure whether I'm going to stick with the Rab Ridge Raider hooped bivvy for tomorrow night in France. I've got my Van Gogh Helix one-person tent in Paul's car, so we'll go and pick his car up from Dover in the morning and move it to a 24-hour car park before we get on the ferry. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fantastic. Anyway, let the fun begin. We've got the Essex flag, the 3 swords out, with 3 geezers as well. 3 swords, 3 geezers. Fridge freezers.
Freezers. Julius Caesar's pussy pleasers.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Did you just rolled it off.
That was
your head. Yes.
There we go. Little Luke from Blokes on the Hill. New single coming out soon.
Blokes on the Hill. Big Saucy.
Big Saucy. Yeah, we've got a new member of the crew.
A new gang member.
Paul is AKA Big Saucy. So we've got Big Saucy, Little Luke, and T-Dog on the camera. And DJ Scat is at home, wishing he was here.
In the Scat, by the way.
Yeah. Where you at, Scat? Anyway, let's give you a little tour of the facilities. I'm going to use Luke's filming light. I'm sure he won't mind. You've got your main observation room here, where they would have been, observing the coast and the channel for enemy aircraft and boats. There's the entrance and the steps where we come in, and then this little room in here is brilliant. So there's these windows that clearly have like metal shutters on and stuff, so you couldn't see into them, and it's got a fireplace with a chimney that goes out the back. So this could have been like a little mess room, somewhere for them to sit in out of the cold when they're off duty. They probably switch shifts and stuff, rotated, so they could have sat in here with a little fire, and there could have been a door as well. I would have thought there would be a door, because then that way that fire would not be seen through the observation slit and give away their position, because these posts were covered with like earth and grass and stuff, so you wouldn't be able to see them. And at night time, of course, like I say, you'd be able to see lights, naked flames, things like a fire. So that's at the back. Then this second room here, we're not too sure what this would have been, but there's like outflow pipes on the floor. There's one down at sort of ground level, so there could have been like a toilet here. But this is the thing, we've got this like steel girder remains up here, and these like larger holes like shafts, and I reckon that's probably where they would have winched up like ammunition for the guns. So they could have had like ammo storage in here possibly, and they'd just winch shells up to the big gun outside where we were sat earlier. Okay, so Luke has nearly choked to death just a second ago. That's that noise in the background. He got attacked by a moth whilst eating dinner, and then a bit of rice went down the wrong pipe.
Fucking crying. You feel like crying.
Oh, he's in a state. Paul's just cracked out a wee bottle of Southern Comfort.
Oh, would you like me to show the viewers at home?
So we've had a swig of that each. Very nice. Lovely stuff. We're having some more of that later on.
Yep.
We've made a dent in it, so I think I've got the last swig there. Cheers, Big Saucy. Cheers, Luke.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, everyone.
Spicy ball.
Indians. Welcome back, everyone. I am inside the Rbli Raider Hoot Bivvy, and I've had to take my glasses off because it's so warm in here. My glasses have steamed up. I've got all my warm sleeping stuff on, probably too warm to be fair. Sort of zipped the inner door up and then zipped the outer about 3/4 the way up to let some air in. There's a breeze, as you can see, on top of the cliffs. The hand warmers and the foot warmers are going to kick in a minute. I'm actually sweating. And it's early March. It's been a really good night. We've had a great time. It was brilliant in there. We was out of the wind and the weather. There was a little bit of rain at one point, so we dodged that. And when the clouds sort of cleared, we could see the lights of France on the French coast. It's cool to think that we're going to be there tomorrow night. Looking back at this spot, I think that's amazing. I cannot wait. And to think it's like 20 miles away. It's not far at all, I'm actually closer to France than I am to home at the moment. So, enough yawning. I'll see you in the morning. Night, everyone. To France! We just arrived at the port of Dover, ferry terminal. I've got the tent with me now, the Van Gogh Helix 100. I've got my little OEX bivvy bag with me as well, some sand stakes and whatnot. And we've not got long to check in because Luke misread the email, and turns out we only had like 10 minutes to get from the car in Dover to the port before check-in actually ends. So yeah, we're running a little bit late. Okay, well that was a bit of a rush, so we were literally the last 3 people, and the ferry was about to leave, so we just got on the little shuttle bus and we're headed to the ferry now. They literally closed the ticket booth, so we've just made it in time. We've been sat in the car for like over an hour waiting, going, oh well it's not till yet, and yeah, it was, so that's our bad. Anyways, we're here now. Okay, we have got through the passport control and the baggage checks. That shit me up a little bit, I'm not going to lie. And we are on the ferry. We are right at the front, and we've got this view out across like Dover Harbour, and I can just see in the distance the French coast. So there's a ferry coming in now, look, here we go. I ain't been on a boat for absolutely years. I can't remember the last time, probably as a kid, so this is exciting. Like, they've got a massive shop on here, and I was like, what, there's a shop? Incredible. Not that we can buy stuff because we possibly can't carry any more stuff. We're struggling to carry stuff as it is. Anyways, I think me and Luke are going to head out onto the upper deck, the outside bit, and take in the view. While we've got a little bit of time on the ferry here, I thought I'd let Paul just explain his hat and the charity work he's doing whilst doing this weekend's wild camps, I believe. Go on, Paul.
Yeah, so effectively, guys, what we're doing is 2 nights to support the approximately 6,000 UK veterans currently sleeping rough. So the charity is called the Great Tommy Sleep Out. So obviously Tom and I and Luke, what we've done to just try and raise some awareness is actually do 2 nights, not exactly sleeping rough, but about as close as rough as you can get it. Really just to raise some awareness. I'll put a link in my video, and I'm sure Tom will in his as well, of just where you can go and support the Royal British Legion, who in turn go and help veterans that have served our country and are struggling by sleeping on the streets, generally through no fault of their own, whether it's mental health issues or PTSD or something like that, really. So yeah, support that, guys, if you could, and that'd be really appreciated.
How good's this? Bon voyage! And as if this ferry couldn't get any better, we've got a cider and a margarita pizza. Paul's got a pepperoni pizza, look at that. He's a happy lad. And Luke over there's got a margarita pizza which he's nearly demolished. Right, it's my turn. Lovely stuff. Okay, we have landed. We have docked. We've landed. Docked sounds like Star Trek. At Calais, and we have now got to assemble on deck 8, the middle of the boat, where we shall depart. It looks like it's quite a long walk as well along the coast to find the spot that we've scouted out for camping. So enough talking, let's get walking. How'd you say that in French?
Assez parlé, allons marcher.
Plage des Dunes. Beach that way. Oh, we can do this. Potage bon femme. We have literally been in France for 5 minutes and already a local who speaks French has asked us where the port of Calais is. We don't even live here and people are already going, do you know where this is, mate? I ain't got a clue. We should be asking, where is this, where is that? You couldn't make this up, could you? Fuck me, they drink some strong shit here in France. 11.8%. Beelzebub. Gone 7 o'clock now, French time, and we have been walking for a long time. Basically, the road across like this stretch of water, like I don't know what it was, like a canal or something. I don't know what it was.
An inlet or a river or a basin.
River inlet or a basin, yeah. The road was closed, so we had to go this long way round.
No, the road wasn't just closed.
Port.
They'd completely removed the road.
Yeah, they'd removed the road, like the footpaths. Like the footpaths around it had been chained up. There was cameras all over it, and it was part of the Calais port. So we probably would have got caught and like arrested if we'd have climbed the railings and gone across it. So we took the longest route round we could find. Went through, I believe, Calais town centre. Where there was like churches and I think it was a lighthouse or something, loads of old stuff. It was pretty cool. Saw loads of cafes and bars. We are about a mile away from this fort on the beach that we're trying to get to. We've not got far to go. It's that final mile, but literally our feet are killing us. I think we're just going to get there, set up the tents, have something to eat, a quick drink and probably fall asleep. Okay, it is 7:30 and we have arrived at the entrance to the beach where I think it's called Fort Lapin is. So we're going to head out to the dunes now. All three of us are absolutely shattered. I cannot stress that enough. Our feet are killing us. That's hard work, that is, but we've done it. We've smashed it because we're a tripod. You kick one leg out, it falls over. We're in it together, the three of us. And remember Luke, the herd sticks together. We've made it. Yes! Come on. We're going to have a rum to celebrate probably as well. Anyways, right, let's get on the beach. A run? No, I couldn't run right now. Okay, I appreciate it is pretty dark, but you can sort of make out in the darkness these huge concrete structures, and this is Fort Lapin. It looks like it's all sealed off, like there's iron bars over it and stuff, but how cool is this? Wow, no way. Yeah, we can't get in there, but that is massive in there. Whoa. Anyways, we're going to try and camp somewhere near it. Literally, like the other side of the dunes behind here are like, it's a housing estate, it's crazy, and a big water tower with like seagulls painted on it, which is that light there. And look, there's like Calais and that water tower behind us. That water tower's amazing lit up like that. Really cool. I'll try and zoom in for you. How about that? You might just be able to make out the birds and stuff painted on it. Pretty cool. And there's the Port of Calais over there. Oh, this looks pretty cool. You can see all the boats in the distance, like ferries and I suppose container ships. Definitely cannot see England. It's clouded over. It's really windy. The beach is really wide. The tide is right out of this. I can see it with the naked eye over there, but I don't think we're going to go all the way down there. I think we'll sort of stay in amongst these dunes here stuff. But look, you can see how windy it is on the camera, the grass. Just look for somewhere to set up in amongst all this, I guess. There's a massive ferry there, P&O ferry. We've just come in on one of those. Brilliant. So we've just found this huge German like gun turret. Look at the opening on it. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but there's this opening up here. It's absolutely massive. These German defences are far bigger than any of the stuff that we've got on our side of the channel. We're going to have to explore this in the morning if we've got a bit of time. We'll make time, because there's like a whole building attached to the back of this, and it's like slipped down into this like sandbank here, so it's probably higher up. This is something else, just seeing it from a different side, you know, it's just so weird. It feels like, it don't even feel like that's the English Channel, it feels like it's somewhere else completely. I have no idea what time it is. It's probably like 8 o'clock now, or well, probably 7:30, hazard a guess. As you can see, I've got the Van Gogh Helix 100 tent set up. We found a little spot in the end. We sort of just went, that's good, that'll do. We sort of found two sort of little clearings sort of in amongst the sand dunes and the seagrass. So Paul and Luke are set up just the other side of some of that seagrass, and I've got a little spot to myself. It's really windy. We're on like the outskirts of Calais, like the right outskirts of Calais, on this beach. This beach is amazing. Like, from what I can see in the dark, it looks so good, and it just reminds me of Camber Sands in East Sussex. Like, you could mistake it for Camber Sands. Like, it's just the way the landscape, the layout is and everything, with like the high dunes, and it drops down to the beach and the groins and stuff, and the sea's really far out, like the channel, or La Manche as they call it, and then the houses are sort of just down below it. I'm almost certain I'm going to get a better night's sleep tonight than I did last night, that's for sure, and hopefully a drier night as well, should be. For tonight, Matthew, I will mostly be eating adventure food, pasta bolognese. I think I've had this one before. It's pretty decent, 600 calories. It's really windy outside and pretty cold. You can probably sort of see the tents moving a little bit. We're getting battered by the wind a bit. I've just been sat outside Luke and Paul's tents eating me dinner. I had an adventure foods pasta bolognese. It was nice. I mean, I was cold and hungry, so I pretty much just ate it, you know, but it had rehydrated well. And then we each had some rum and cokes. Paul had bought a set of like 3 like rum miniatures, and they were kind of like pirate nautical themed, which is quite appropriate, I guess. And the one I had was Dead Man's Fingers spiced rum. It was actually really nice, 37.5%, and yeah, it was pretty decent. So had that with like a little can of Coke that Luke had supplied, and I also had some in a hot chocolate as well. I think we're aiming to get up for about 6:30. You know, if there's a sunrise, we'll catch it. Get like the stuff packed away, film what we've got to film, go and explore some of the gun batteries. And what I've said is, look, what about we get to like literally like the little housing estate just at the back of the beach. You know, we can find a road there. I can look for a phone number online for a local taxi firm, or if we have to knock on someone's door and say, if you've got a number of a taxi firm, book a taxi, and then we can just get there in like 10-15 minutes tops and do that. I'd rather do that. There's no way we're walking the whole thing back to the port. That takes far too long. It was just an absolute nightmare. So we'll either get the bus from Calais town centre or we get a cab from here. I'm going for the latter, definitely. Anyway, sorry I've not filmed much on this one. We arrived late in the dark. It's so windy outside that, you know, the microphone's still probably not going to pick up a lot of sound. So yeah, there's not been a hell of a lot to film, and we've just been absolutely shattered. It's a shame because I feel like we've not really had the opportunity to like enjoy France or like see much of it. I mean, all that we really saw was when we were walking lost through Calais trying to find this spot. So, you know, really we're going to sort of try and make the most of it tomorrow if we get up early enough, and then we can, let's say, get a cab back to the ferry, because we've got to be back there for midday. So it's not long really, we're not going to have long here, but I think we're definitely going to plan to come back to France and like do a couple of nights here. The Coast Guard has been going up and down in a helicopter and stuff, so we sort of switched our lights out a few times just in case they think we're like illegal immigrants or something. Oh, it's time to sort of just chill out and get some sleep. Enough yawning, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Morning. It's just gone 7 AM. It's still very windy outside on the beach. It was windy all night, but I slept pretty well. I know that I slept well because I had dreams, so that's usually a good sign. I knew I would get a better night's sleep, or a much better night's sleep being in a tent. I just prefer tents. I just sleep better in tents, you know. And we were tired as well from walking and travelling on the ferry. The other guys are awake, and I've just done some breakfast. A Yorkshire tea, toast and jam flavour, and that Decathlon chocolate muesli, which I've had loads of times. It's not bad, it's pretty decent. So I'm going to eat that. I've had like an energy gel, a lemon and lime flavour, SIS energy gel, just to help wake me up a bit. I'm going to have an army ration regular hot chocolate as well. They are amazing. Let's have a little look outside. Okay, we climbed up onto this German gun battery thing. A little bit treacherous. I think Paul's going to struggle getting up there.
I'll look after the bags.
So we'll live it for him. And yeah, Paul's Luke's filming for Paul. So this is it inside. Look, there's these massive hooks. That would have secured some sort of gun, I'm guessing. It looks like there's like a shell, what do you call it, like a shell tube for like loading ammunition into here, into the gun room. It looks like there's more holes along here, obviously for something. And, there's some steps and the remains of an iron door. This is cool. This is seriously cool. Should have brought my head torch in. Yeah, definitely the head torch for this one. This is so cool. Achtung! Schnell, schnell!
We will win the war.
Your name shall also go on this. What is it? Don't tell him, Pike! Ah, Pike! Little window there. Like, it just feels so much more substantial than the British ones. I'm sorry, but this feels like it's built to withstand a lot. I mean, look how many like rooms there are in here. Wonder what would have been in there. It's a small room, maybe like a toilet or something, or looks like they've burnt a lot of rubbish in it. Another little window looking out there. They're like portholes. And then this would have obviously been the entrance into it. But it's quite a climb up, so we can't really get to that. But look at the size of this thing, it's mad. This is cool. See, I'd like to do more of this, exploring European defences, like German World War II defences. I think there's a guy on YouTube called World War II History Hunter, something like that. I think he does a lot of stuff like this. Pretty cool. And it's that little room we just saw. So we're going to come round this way. I suppose the doors are low, but it's also because it's full up with sand. There would have been bigger doors. And then we're back out at the gun room. That is seriously cool. What's he found?
The dog's cleaning up his own shit. No puppy. So €68 fine.
That is absolutely brilliant.
I like that.
It's gone 9:30. I think it's approaching 10 AM. I tried calling a couple of taxis that I found on Google. One of them, he was really helpful, bless him. He spoke a fair amount of English, but not a lot, more than I spoke French anyway. And it turns out he was based like 100 kilometers away, so it would have cost an arm and a leg. So what he did was he gave me 3 numbers of like Calais and Cologne based taxi firms. So one of them I tried calling before, and like their English was even worse than my French, but they've messaged me back saying, do you still want a taxi? So what we're doing now, we're walking along this ridiculously long, boring road into like Calais itself, which is just over there, like the town centre, and there's some cafes and stuff there, and there is a bus stop, so we're going to see what the times are for the bus, and we know the bus does go back to the port, like the shuttle bus, tiny little bus. If that doesn't work, then yeah, we'll go into one of the cafes or something and ask them if they could phone for a cab for us. That is the plan. Luke and Paul just informed me that as we were walking along that that path by the river, they saw this old woman in a bush having a shit, and she come out of the bush and then sort of like glared at Paul and Luke, looked them up and down, and then sodded off. Right, there we go. Welcome to France. Okie dokie, people. Your boy just managed to order a taxi for 3 of us in 30 minutes from Le Bar Oeuf or Le Fournel de la Tour at Rue de la Mer in Calais. Yeah, they spoke pretty good English. Basically, she went bonjour. I went bonjour. Je ne parle français. Je suis anglais. Désolé. And she went, I can speak English if you want. I went, that's brilliant, thank you. And yeah, that was good French for me. I was like, fucking hell. Anyway, and yeah, really helpful, the lady there. She spoke really decent English, and like, I thought, you've got to try and speak a bit of French, haven't you, out of respect. And then if they go, no, I can speak English, it's easier for both of us, then yeah. So that is sorted. We've got a taxi. I'm quite proud of myself, actually. Yes. Luke is in, I think it's a bakery. There's some sort of thing like that, getting food. So I said 30 minutes, but they was like 10-15 minutes if you want. So they're local. Yeah. I think it's like Len's taxi. I've done it. I've got us a taxi.
Yes, mate.
Yes.
I've done it. I've got us a pain au chocolat and a croissant each.
Yes. Anglais success.
Here you go, Sam.
Luke has actually got us some French produce. Thank you very much. Oh, it's warm as well. Look at that.
Oh, that was decent.
Merci beaucoup.
And a pain au chocolat.
Oh, that's incredible. Wow. This is better than any croissant you'd get in England. A proper French croissant. Oh, it's incredible. I thought I've not eaten for a week. Luke has spoiled us this morning, and we also have pain au chocolat, proper French ones.
That's all I cared about coming here, was just getting a croissant.
Oh, this looks decent. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, the chocolate in that is incredible. Luke, 10 out of 10. Yes.
It's the first 10 out of 10.
We enjoyed that so much, we went back in for more. So we've got a vanilla like eclair, and then a speculoos eclair, which is basically like a lotus biscoff flavour.
Very nice.
And I got this Oasis Tropical, which I've never seen before. It's really nice. We're just like on the pavement here, just eating loads of French food. We clearly look English. Hang on.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to give this bad boy a go. Oh, go on, I'll take it out of that. Oh, it's heavy. That is dense. Look at that. Oh, wow. That's food porn. Wow. Here we go.
I really shouldn't.
Oh, it's incredible.
Fucking nice as that.
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Good. And let me get the cream rolls around there. Try the end of that. Get your mouth.
You want to try the end of that?
Go on. You. I was like saying for prawn film. You know where you did a bit.
Should we try and do it?
Wait.
No.
That is a proper bromance going on there, mate.
I possibly prefer Luke's vanilla one. That vanilla one's good. Like this one, there's quite a lot going on taste-wise, so. Oh, and there's so much like filling in this one as well. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10, but Luke's one,
Ding ding ding.
9 out of 10. So we've just been dropped off here at the port of Calais by this lovely woman here in the taxi. Really helped us out, spoke really good English, and Luke did the networking again and
Got another subscriber.
got some more subscribers for us, and we said that we would use their taxi service again when we come back here. Oh, Taxi Merlin.
Oh, Berlin, there you go.
So there we go. If you come into Calais to France and you need a good taxi service here, English speaking, what was it, 20 euros
20
from
euros, yeah.
like Calais town centre to the port. Like, that's brilliant. Yeah, 20 euros. So
At least we're here, aren't we?
yeah, brilliant service. Can't recommend them enough. They really helped us out. So yeah, we are here at the port, nice and early. Perfect. We're now on the ferry. We're actually on the same ferry that we come over on, the Spirit of Britain. So as soon as we got in the lift to go up to the deck, the staff knew us. They went, remember you boys from last night? I was wondering how you got on. Bet it was cold and windy, wasn't it, on that beach? So we was having a right laugh with them and stuff, which is really good. I mean, I'm going to say, like straight away, P&O ferries have been really good. Like, really good customer service, friendly. We've had a laugh with them, and yeah, it's been really good. So going in, and I've promised the lads that I would treat them to food and drinks. Decided to treat the lads to a bit of food and some drinks. So Paul's got another salami pizza. He's absolutely loving it. Luke's got an all-day breakfast burrito kind of thing. I'm pretty boring, just got a jumbo hot sausage roll, a cheese sandwich.
Plain cheese sandwich.
Plain cheese sandwich is the plainest cheese sandwich ever. I mean, that is like, whoa, but that's how I like it. You got drinks for the deal. We've got a pint of Bulmers, me and Paul, and Luke, bad boy Luke's got a beer of Moretti.
I like Scarface.
And then we can just start to see the White Cliffs of Dover appearing. Okie dokie, welcome back to Dover. That is the end of this epic 2-night video. It's been fantastic, wild camping on both sides of the English Channel. It's been a great weekend with these two fantastic lads. Check out Luke, the Real Travelling Amigos, on his YouTube channel and subscribe, and of course check out Paul, the Wandering Monk, on YouTube as well and subscribe. Thanks. Cheers. So before we go, I haven't told you this yet. I've got each of you a present. I've got all of us a present, in fact.
No, you haven't.
A memento from France.
No way.
Whilst I was in the duty free on the ferry, I picked us up a beret each. A French beret.
Brilliant.
There you go, Paul.
Thanks, mate.
There you go, Luke.
Oh, thank God.
Try these on.
Yeah.
Because no French trip is complete without a beret. There we go.
So you put it to one side?
I don't know.
Oh, oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Français.
So yeah,
Thank you, mate.
cheers for watching, everyone. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Stay safe, look after each other.
Au revoir.
Be nice. Au revoir.
Au revoir.